What's going on, guys? King Strats here, back with another video on the channel. And today, yes, this is not a repeat episode, but it is a repeat meal. We have got steak once again. Again, we got our filet mignon and our ribeye steak. I made this last week, but I'll be honest with you, I had 2 steaks left and they wasn't gonna spoil. You know we don't waste food here, so that's like, bet. We're gonna have to make it again next week. So we did it again. The cooking process is exactly the same as the old one. Maybe I'll throw in some old footage, but it's seared on a cast iron skillet, finished off in the oven, of course, with the seasoning. I did bring the seasoning this time. Did I bring the seasoning? Yes, I did. So this is the seasoning that I use. A lot of people were asking. This seasoning, as well as the steak itself, came in this really cool box. This is the big box right here. You ain't gonna see me. I'm back here. Can y'all even? Okay. This is me, and this is the steak box. It's from a place called Churchill Steakhouse. I believe it's in Spokane, Washington. Really, really popular, famous for their steaks, and I can see why, because they're really, really good. Anyway, if you are digging the content, like, subscribe, thumbs up, and all the cringy YouTube stuff. Okay, we're done with that. Next up, we did some cauliflower rice, cheesy cauliflower rice, really because I had to keep my calories down. I was going to do like baked potatoes or something like that, but, you know, we had the McDonald's over the weekend, and then I did my lowest rated yesterday. If you didn't see that, lowest rated down in my area, you can check that out. It's the video previous to this one. You'd be surprised, but cheese, cauliflower, very simple, a little bit of sour cream, bake it off in the oven, seasoned it, obviously. I use salt, pepper, garlic, and chives. Over here, we took that steak fat, we did it again, but this time we did it with Brussels sprouts and mussels, and we added a little bit of that finishing butter into this, and it caramelized in the, yeah, do you hear me? But I'm gonna let my steak rest because they just came off the oven, or like 5 minutes ago, so they got another like 2 or 3 minutes to go. And in the meantime, I wanted to do this, so we got Ben & Jerry's. It's a new flavor. You probably heard about it, but if you have not, it is known as Change the World. It is actually Colin Kaepernick's signature flavor. It is a non-dairy vegan ice cream because Colin Kaepernick is a vegan, if you didn't know that. It says on here, Colin Kaepernick is serving up sweet justice with the non-dairyous compilation of cookies and caramel. This flavor honors Colin's activism in pursuit of racial justice, and his portion of the proceeds from Change the World will go to the Know Your Rights Camp. Learn more at knowyourrightscamp.com. So it's going to a charity, which is a good thing. And the flavor is caramel with fudge chips. I'm going to show you the spoon. I did open this to give you a shot of it. Caramel with fudge chips, graham cracker swirls, and chocolate cookie swirls. I'm not, like, I don't know how I feel about, like, non-dairy ice cream. I've had a few that are decent. Ben & Jerry's really never lets me down, but here's the piece that I picked up before. It's not going to be stuck anymore because it's starting to melt, but you can see it's loaded. So I can't see how this would... Okay, I want to be honest. There's so much cookie, graham cracker, and caramel in here that you could have put on a foot and it probably would have tasted good. There's a scoop I took out, but you can see inside of there. The thing is, it's kind of loaded with flavor. I'm not going to lie. I'm getting graham cracker in every bite. Big swirl in the middle. Let's see if I can get this. It's going to fall off, but look at that. This is like, I'm not even joking, this is one of the better non-dairy ice creams I've had. I don't really like non-dairy ice cream. I'm not sure what they use. I would think sunflower, coconut oil. Look, just because it's non-dairy, by the way, don't think that it's quote-unquote healthy. This pint is 1,200 calories. That's the same as all the rest of them. If you're doing it because you're a vegan, I get you, but calories are still the same, and there's a lot of good stuff in here. The fudge chips, the graham cracker swirl, and the chocolate cookie swirls are every piece that I've grabbed so far has been loaded. And that is what you want in an ice cream. Ben & Jerry's, for the most part, never lets me down. But I have to say, this is impressive. Jeez. Oh, big piece of fudge chip. I'm running out of caramel here, but the chocolate cookie kind of tastes like a little bit like an Oreo. I know I can't say that, Again, look at it. I'm not gonna lie. If you feel like trying this out, I suggest you do. That's really good. Like, I didn't expect this to be that good because, you know, I hear non-dairy, I'm like, but I would 100%, I would buy like 30 pints of this. I'm not even capping. Like that's, bam. If you see it, I think you should try it. I think you'd be surprised. If you've never had non-dairy ice cream, you might be surprised at what you get. Whew. I want to keep eating that, but I don't want to spoil my appetite too much. But it's steak time anyway. Gotta start with that filet mignon. Medium rare, same thing. 125 degrees down the middle. And this thing just melts like, oh man, just, oh. I'm gonna start making funny noises again. If you saw me eat the steak last week, you know I was making funny noises. Well, guess what? The funny noises are definitely coming again. So let me just bust this open for you real quick. Hey man, I'm trying to make a video and y'all always be peep game. Like, did y'all see the juice? Y'all saw it, I know. Now you got a tender steak. I don't even need a steak knife. That's not cap. There's no cap in my wrap. Look at this. That's so good. The quality of the steak is unbelievable. The seasoning they gave, I mean, they even gave directions. I didn't follow them. But for the most part, use the seasoning, sear it off. And away you go. And then you can take the steak. I don't even need the knife anymore. And you can cut that steak with your fork. Look at this. Like, I cannot, look, hold on. What are we, like, just, come on. Look, I know there's people out there that don't even eat meat that are like, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody that's a vegan or anything like that. I actually have a lot of friends that don't eat meat. I want to try these Brussels. No one likes Brussels sprouts but me. But these just, they've been sitting in that. I'm gonna get a whole bunch of these for y'all. I know a lot of people don't like sprouts. Come try my sprouts. I'm telling you. The flavor right now, man. This will be the last time I eat steak like this for a while because I can't afford this. But man, it is worth it. Oh, hold on, let me get a little bit of this. All right, let's try this cauliflower rice though. Can you believe that's cauliflower? It's so creamy, cheesy. This whole thing is like, I want to say like 180 calories. I forgot exactly what the amount of stuff I use, but I know it's under 200 for this big thing right here. One of the best low-calorie things is cauliflower. Very filling, lots of fiber. Look at that, man! Look at that. All right, let's get a sprout, right? And let's get a perfect bite. Let's get a perfect bite. All right, hold on, man. Hey, well, you're not supposed to really use a steak knife. I'm the dumbest person. All right, here we go. Here we go. There we go. Y'all want some? I'm gonna miss this steak when it's done. Did you eat a lot of steak growing up? Or if you are still young, y'all eat a lot of steak? We rarely, if ever, got steak growing up. You know, it's very expensive. I don't know about you guys, but we ate a lot of chicken. A lot of chicken. But when I was really young, I don't even want to go into it. Most of y'all have no idea what I'm going to be talking about after this. Goodness, man. I didn't even get into that ribeye yet. Oh, that's a bone, you moron. Alright, you gotta cut around them all real quick. There's a little bone on the outside. There we go. See that bone. Alright, what are we saying here? That was the most unathletic. Does anybody get as excited for food? Like, when y'all eat by yourselves, do you do this? Y'all just like, you bite it and you're like, oh. Yes, I make these weird noises, and y'all think this is not cap. When I eat by myself, I make the same noises. That's why you can't take me to restaurants. I've gone on dates. Yeah, I think I'll play it either. I've said this to y'all a lot of times. The person you see on camera is the person that I truly am. So when I go on a steak or a steakhouse, I'm comfortable. And if you go on a date with me, like, you know what it is when you signed up. So, like, look it. And I'll be doing this too. I'm like, hey, like my date, like, you want some of the steak? One time I dated a vegetarian, that didn't work out too well. Oh! Not the relationship, just me trying to give her the steak. She didn't want it. I forgot. It was like first date kind of thing. And then I forgot. She was nice about it though. You know, it was one of, like, you know, when you first meet and you I know she kind of mentioned it once. But the funny part is, I didn't pick the steakhouse. She did. And she ate sides. The sides of steakhouses are fire, so I'm not like, you know, like, what's wrong with you? But she was like, I'm sorry, I know I keep showing the steak, but look at this meat, man. Look at my meat. Hey, I'm sorry. That is insane. But she was like technically speaking, like a pescatarian. For people who don't know, there are different levels of non-meat eating, from some people just eating like fish, like pescatarians, and you have your ovo, people who eat dairy, lacto. Then you have a level where they don't eat red meat, but they'll eat poultry. All the way down to when you're talking about like vegan, where they don't have meat or meat products. I've said this a couple of times, and I just want to reiterate. I respect how anybody's going to eat, as long as you are healthy and eat how you want to eat, whether that be, you know, I know people are doing keto, or, you know, people fast like I do, maybe not the one meal aspect. As long as you're healthy. But I have to admit this. I don't like, in any way, shape, or form. Oh my god, those sprouts are ridiculous. I don't like when someone tries to push their own agenda on you. I know, stereotypically speaking, that people think of vegans that way. Not all vegans are like that. I know plenty of vegans that don't care what you eat. It's just usually the people who do. Those are the ones that stand out to you more. But the majority of people who are vegan that I know are not what you like would stereotypically see on TV, where like smacking steaks out of your hands and things like that. I think it's a common misconception. But with that being said, I don't like when people try to push their agendas on you. Whether that be religion, whether that be, you know, like eating morals, your own morals, You've never seen me sit here and tell you to eat like me. People ask about it all the time. I will explain it to a certain extent, but I never encourage it. Can you be healthy eating like me? Contrary to popular belief, yes. Is it an incredibly nuanced thing that you have to be extremely disciplined in order to do so and still maintain your health? Yes. But you're not going to see me trying to sell you this. Whether that be tell you about it or actually sell it to you. And I just don't think that it's right in any sort of lifestyle to judge other people just because they live differently than you. I don't know. I guess I'm just like, I know there's a lot of people like me when it comes to that, but I guess I'm just built different. I have love for everybody, you know? There's plenty of people from all walks of life that are good people. Just like there's plenty of people from all walks of life that aren't. Biggest thing I just want to say to everybody is, like, if people are willing to talk and they don't come from the same background as you, they might not have the same morals, beliefs, upbringing, and they're willing to talk, it is a great first step towards bringing people together. And I truly believe, God, you can cut this with a fork, man. I truly believe that one of the best things we can do as humans is try to figure that out. Like, are we gonna wait for, like, aliens to come, like, Independence Day for us to realize we're all not that different. We might go about things in a different way. And obviously there are other places that don't live the same way as we do. I don't know why, but I don't want to sit here trying to be cute. But, you know, when I moved to the suburbs, as a young kid, you know, I got to meet different people from all different walks of life. Which I didn't really get when I lived, like, in the city. Most of the people look like me. So I didn't really get to meet different nationalities, races, you name it. So I get here to the suburbs, I move. You know, I'm playing sports, so I'm making, you know, kids that grow up in, like, you know, the sandbox theory? They don't really look at stuff like that. We never cared. You guys just see my best friend. He's Sicilian, like, he's Italian. So I go over to his house as a kid all the time. Other than the fact that they look different, it was all the same stuff. Big old dinners on Sundays. A lot of relatives over, talking about the same stuff all the time. He had a crazy uncle just like I did. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was, you know, everybody just got together, broke bread, and shared laughs. And, I mean, that's like, isn't that the plot of the movie Soul Food? You know what I'm saying? And it was like that with my Filipino friend, my West Indian friends, my Polish friend. It was all the same stuff. And I think the biggest thing that people don't realize is that we're all a lot alike. And we're arguing about stuff that doesn't really even matter in the long run. Obviously, some of this stuff matters, but our differences. I think if we just took time to understand each other, like, there's too many people out there that don't care to understand. They don't want to. And that's a big problem that we have. But, you know, you can't force people to do that. Obviously, in the last few years, everybody's kind of back and forth. But I'm not here to talk about, like, the politics and all that other stuff. But you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I want to stick my whole head in this steak. I'm about to cut this thing so off the bias, this is a joke. Look at that. Alright, let's do that. I'm sorry. Like, this is like... My own family sometimes is watching my videos. If you're watching High, and they're like, yo, who cooked that steak? They really don't think I can cook. Like I wasn't cooking when I was a kid. Hey, wasn't nobody making breakfast like me back in like 99. Right? Little kid. I was in there chefing on Sundays. I learned how to make biscuits from scratch when I was like, around, I was like 9. I don't know. They also don't believe, and y'all, cause y'all think I'm a picky eater, right? There's a big one, you know. A lot of pickle comments from, especially with the Big Mac, and the fact that like all my reviews, I won't eat the pickle on there. Y'all have no idea how bad I was as a kid. Forget pickles. I ain't eat anything. No vegetables. Brussels sprouts? Broccoli? I ate peas and corn. Nothing else. Wouldn't eat it. Wouldn't touch it. Peppers? Onions? No way. Not a chance. I eat way more food now. I wouldn't eat cauliflower as a kid. No way. I mean, if you covered it in cheese like I did right now, you might, but... Now, I've had plenty of conversations with some of you that are watching this about pickles. The Big Mac thing, y'all drove me crazy. Listen. First of all, a lot of y'all didn't even know that Big Macs, the sauce, there's relish in it. There's pickles in it, man. And some of y'all had the audacity. I'm saying this all with jokes, so no, I hope nobody's sensitive, right? Y'all mess with me, I'm messing with y'all. Leave me alone. Y'all had the audacity to say that I can't. You can't even taste the pickles in the sauce. You ever been in a crowded place with somebody you don't like? It'll make sense at the end. So you was at a party, and there was someone there that, I don't know, an ex, or someone who said something to you the wrong day. And there's 50 people in that party. You think you ain't gonna be able to find them? You're gonna be like this the whole time. That's the pickle in the Big Mac sauce. You think I never tried Big Mac sauce? I did. In high school. I threw up. That's not a joke. I can't do it. I wish I could. Not liking pickles has cost me potential relationships. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. I said this a couple of videos ago. If you eat pickles and you're dating me, you don't eat pickles anymore. It's not a negotiation. It's a fact. And if you want to be one of them people, oh, well, I had somebody say, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try him out. I'm going to eat a pickle. Then I'm going to go to kiss him. I got this close and smelled it and said, what are you doing? You think it's funny? It's not a game. What if I was allergic? That was a big piece of fat, by the way. I should have showed you guys, but I saw it and slapped it up like a Rottweiler. This is not a game. This is real life. Some people don't like pickles. then there are people like me. I don't dislike pickles. I despise pickles. I can't stand pickles. They're disgusting. To me. And I'm not going to hate on you for eating them, but it always like baffles me that people will ask me, why don't I like pickles? I don't have an answer for you. I don't like them because they're nasty. To me. I think ketchup is boring. I rarely, have you seen me ever eat ketchup on here? I don't eat ketchup. I've been having 48 condiments lined across. Do you see ketchup? It's boring. But I don't despise ketchup. I just don't want it. I'll still eat it on some stuff. But I'd prefer not to. But I'm almost positive that everybody out there has a food kryptonite. Something that you really don't like. You don't like the taste. You don't like the smell. You don't like the texture. There's nothing about it that's going for you. Mine is pickles. Are there other foods I don't really like? Yes. I don't like lettuce. Don't ask me why. I put the lettuce in my mouth and it's not appetizing to me and I spit it out. I'm sure you have foods like that. I'm not judging you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't like it. It legitimately, when I eat it, and people are going to start rattling off different kinds of lettuce. I've tried watercress and arugula and even like raw spinach. I don't like it. I don't. I wish I did. My taste buds do not jive. Okay? I can't. And it hinders me because I'm a guy who reviews food. And it's hard for me to do so. But there are plenty of people out there who actually have made a living doing this stuff and don't like certain kinds of food. Stuff that you would never think of. You guys don't know who Guy Fieri is, right? Guy Fieri is one of my biggest inspirations. Wow, that's not a word. Inspirations when it comes to the foodie scene in me. When I kind of came of age around the high school time, when I got into it, was right around the time that Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, which is one of the most popular shows, Food Network-wise, came to be. It sparked something in me. Around that time, another show called Men vs. Food came on. Adam Richman. Another one of my biggest inspirations. There are a few other chefs, celebrity chefs, as well as some people I could rattle off, but as far as like the TV personas, those are the big two. Why am I saying this? A lot of people may not know this. Guy Fieri hates eggs. He hates them. He can have them when they're in things like mayonnaise and stuff, but just like actual eggs, he hates them. Like, when he has to eat food that has like an egg on it, he throws the egg off. The majority of people, I know there are people out here who don't like eggs. I love eggs, but I would never go to Guy and be like, why don't you like eggs? The eggs make the whole thing. Don't eat that. You know, like you got to put the egg on it. Because he doesn't like them, so I wouldn't tell him that. Do I think that's crazy? No. But I love eggs. I made, and the first thing I learned how to cook was eggs. Sunny side up, hard-boiled eggs, scrambled eggs, all of them. Oh, that's so good. Fat. Oh, man, that's so good. Wow. But I remember one time they tried to make him eat it, and he was gagging. I don't know what episode that is. You can probably look it up on YouTube. And I can remember several times that there were dishes that had eggs on it, and he would like literally, he'd be like jokingly, but not jokingly, he'd be like, "Hey, what's that?" And he would take the egg off because he doesn't like them. You know, some people just have stuff like that, and pickles is mine. I've never, like, from the minute that this channel came to be, really from the day I was born, I've never liked them. You know? Like, I wish I did, because this is probably the worst year of food reviewing to ever do that with these chicken wars going on, because everything has pickles on it, and it's like... and there's more coming, but it doesn't matter. I want to do a low-key meal today. Obviously, we had a lot of calories over the weekend, so we kept it down today. We were about 2,000. For me, that's low. I had to do it. Tomorrow will probably be another lower day again, because I got some more stuff in the works. You guys that are still watching, because this is obviously, you know, really long videos, you guys like the feedback for the lowest rated series. I know a lot of people were saying they wanted to watch it, but it's one of my most watched videos in the first, like, I forgot when I put it out, but like 18 hours. It's right up there, and it's more than most of the food challenges I've done, which I knew people wanted to see it, but I didn't know that much. So we're going to find some more. I've been looking. The research is much crazier with lowest rated, but you guys, when you show support for certain things, you smash the thumbs up button. I'm going to make more of it. So lowest rated stuff is definitely on the way. I'm sure you guys would just want to see me get grossed out, and I hate that, but I know the vibes. I know the vibes. But anyway, it's really late. It is 4:39 a.m. and my nose is starting to run. The weather change is starting to mess with my allergies because it's springtime. It just switched over like 3 days ago, so it's causing me to have like allergies, which isn't the most fun thing in the world. But that's neither here nor there. The Kaepernick ice cream is delicious, like surprisingly delicious. Like, wow. And obviously the steak, I was glad to get to have it. I won't have steak again for like another year, but maybe I can get like somebody from Churchill's to like throw me another one. That was delicious, man. But anyway, it's been your boy King Strats. We'll be back. I got weird stuff coming. Doesn't matter. More content tomorrow. Yes. No days off this week. That was dope. I love y'all. The hand signs have made it to YouTube.